Alexa, what time is sunrise?
Sunrise will be at 5:56 a.m. tomorrow.
So, there's one way that I can gain an advantage. I'm actually going back on night shifts this evening. So it's the 21st of March and sunrise will be at 5:56. That gives me, I don't have many advantages for wildlife photography in my life, but the night shifts at this time of year give me a small advantage. Now I'm not sure if it's a little bit too early just yet, but I finish my night shifts around 5:30, 6 in the morning, which gives me the opportunity to take the more scenic route home from where I live. And obviously, if I'm on a day shift at work, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. So the chances of when I'm off, the chances of me actually going out or waking up extremely early in the morning to go out and photograph wildlife at the best time of day, those chances of, because of family reasons and amongst other things, they're extremely slim. So this night shift is my big advantage. So at some stage over the next 4 days, I am definitely going to head out in the morning and just hope that at that time there is enough light about. Because if it's another typical cloudy UK day, yeah, it's not really going to work, but let's see what happens. Good morning everyone. So that is night shift 1 of 4 completed, and it is currently 5:52, so we are 4 minutes away from sunrise. Not that you would really see a sunrise, because in typical Norfolk UK fashion, it's completely overcast and there's slight drizzle. So I can't imagine that there's going to be a lot of wildlife photography done today. So effectively what I'm going to do is treat it as a bit of a recce basically. I'm going to take the Norfolk sort of back roads home and kind of just see what is out and about. I think at the moment there's only one life form, and that currently resides in this big Ford Transit of mine. I'm also kind of doing a little DJI, can't say it still, DJI Pocket 2 low light test, and yeah, this is the kind of image quality that you can expect. It's pretty darn dark. So yeah, let's get on. Let's potentially see what I see on the way home. So I'm currently outside a graveyard at a local church, and the reason I've ended up here is because 2 years ago I saw a whole bunch of little owls. Admittedly it was a little bit further on in the year, but I figured it's worth a go. It's pretty much on the way home. On the drive back through the country lanes, I saw 2 pheasants fighting, and I was just kind of set up. I was prepared to go to ISO 16000 just as I was really sort of dialing in my settings and really possibly going to take some really decent shots. A car approached from the rear, and obviously it's a really narrow single track road. I had to go down the road, and by the time I'd done all that, the action had finished. So yeah, that was really, really annoying. And then I saw some roe deer and some hares. So definitely, it's sort of what's the time now? It is 6:35, and I'd say we've definitely got enough light to work with now. So less than sort of half hour after sunrise, even with my f6.3 lens, I think I've definitely, the next hour or so would be great. Unfortunately, the first night shift I'm always absolutely hanging out, so I am going home to bed, but I'm going to treat that as a successful recce, or first day successful recce. Right, off to bed. Good morning. So we're now on day 3 of the little 4-day wildlife morning journey. Day 2 was a bit of a write-off. But yeah, it's day 3, 6:24, so the sun has been up for 35 minutes, and I've pretty much just started the back routes home, and already I've seen Kestrel. Now, unfortunately, I'm shooting through. I had to shoot through the windscreen, and I actually have a heated windscreen, so yeah, and my windscreen's a bit dirty, so the shots weren't amazing. Did get a little bit of video footage, and obviously as soon as I got out of the vehicle to see if I could photograph him, he flew off. But yeah, like I say, I've probably got about 25 to 30 minutes of the sort of beautiful golden hour lighting, so I definitely just need to hurry up and crack on with that, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's now 6:42, and so far every attempt has been met with frustration. So I've got the lovely sort of sunshine. Admittedly, it is only sort of 7 degrees, but yeah, I've got lovely sunshine, the perfect sort of conditions, and now all the wildlife is absolutely petrified of my van and is running away. Every opportunity of a shot that I have had where they've not immediately run away, they've just presented. I had a pheasant just a minute ago, it presented its rear and sort of disappeared off. So yeah, a little bit frustrating. Yesterday was, well, the day before yesterday was pretty rubbish conditions and low light. Now I'm met with ideal conditions and no wildlife. So a little bit frustrating. I'm about halfway through my journey now, and I'm a little bit disheartened. Can you imagine being a professional wildlife photographer in this part of Norfolk where I'm from? Your career would be over day one. So yeah, that's it's pretty annoying, but I'm going to carry on. And worst case, if I don't really have any success this morning, just over, if I just spin you around, so just down the end of the road here, there's actually a nature reserve that runs down there. It's actually the video where I did on the hares about 3 years ago now. So tomorrow morning, let me spin you back, what I'll do is, obviously I'll have finished my night shifts then, and I'm actually on my days off. At the minute, it doesn't really pay to spend too much time out because I'm doing 12-hour shifts, and really getting enough rest is what I need to be sort of concentrating on first. But yeah, if we don't have any success today, definitely I'm going to get out of the van and head off that way in the morning. Of course, weather dependent. Now, knowing my luck, it'll probably be pouring of rain tomorrow. But yeah, this is real life wildlife photography, real life West Norfolk. I can only do what I can do. So it's 6:51 and I've had a little bit of a change in fortune. Now, I was just drove to the bend, just where I pointed out where I might head to the nature reserve, and I saw 4 roe deer, which unfortunately the buck saw me, and they all kind of cleared off. And then I've sort of gone round the bend further to that, and there was a hare that was quite happy for me to photograph it from the van. Now the sun just now has gone in behind the cloud, but I was actually able to sort of get it backlit. So yeah, it didn't look like they're the sharpest shots, probably because my engine was running and it would have caused vibration, but it's definitely a start. And yeah, at least I got a little bit of video footage of him as well, and yeah, at least it's a start. I'm going to plan to head just off this way, which will be taking me closer to home. If I don't see anything, I'm going to head towards the church, just on the off chance that there are any little owls about. So I've been sat outside the graveyard for a little while now, and it is dead. No pun intended. I was kind of hoping that I might potentially see the little owls, just because, like I said, the last time I saw them here was 2 years ago, and you know, you never know. But yeah, there's not even any sort of small birds about. There quite often some bunnies as well. So yeah, I guess we're going to carry on from here. It's now 7:15 and I'm home. Little bit of a frustrating journey, this one. What's crazy is we have blue skies all around, quite strong winds, and it's pretty cold. But there's this bank of clouds that have just gone smack in front of the sun and just completely destroyed the light. So yeah, it was pretty uneventful on the way home. One thing I noticed is that obviously being in a van, a big white van, it draws a huge amount of attention to itself. When I'm in my wife's car, which is it's a pretty big white car, that doesn't draw half as much attention, and it's a lot sort of lower to the ground, which means that I'm shooting at a better sort of level. So yeah, that's definitely something to consider. But yeah, potentially, I mean, I might have some okay shots that I might be able to work with the Hare. But yeah, it's a little bit frustrating because I genuinely believe this year I've not taken a good photo, which I know we're only in March. I shouldn't beat myself up too much about it, and you know, I think the opportunities kind of lay ahead of us. But yeah, just slightly annoying, and just apologies if this video is a little bit disjointed and I'm not making a lot of sense. Obviously, like I say, I've done 12-hour shifts. But yeah, off to bed now. I think the plan for tomorrow morning will be full ghillie suit, and yeah, go on foot, go to the sort of small nature reserve that I said. I think that area's got a lot of potential. I've seen a lot of hares. I saw the 4 roe deer, and there's quite a lot of pheasants and partridges about. So I think combined with being on foot and, you know, in camouflage, I think that could work out quite well. If not, this will be the most boring wildlife photography series that's ever sort of premiered on YouTube. But yeah, let's go to bed, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. So I have 13 minutes. It's now day 4 and I have 13 minutes till sunrise. Luckily for me, the chaps that are on the day shift now are really good blokes, and I've got away a little bit early. So yeah, I've got 13 minutes till sunrise. The plan is the sort of reserve that I'm planning to go to is right behind me, and just maybe 200 metres down the road I had the 3 roe deer that I saw yesterday just run out into the road in front of me. That means at the minute, as I go behind myself, they're going to be facing in the direction that the sun's going to be rising, which is absolutely perfect. But I've got all the conditions. All the conditions are great. I actually captured some roe deer with the sort of colours in the sky behind them just on the way here, but I'm absolutely fighting the time. So what I need to do is get out of the van, get my camouflage on, just basic camouflage because I'm technically already dressed in camouflage from work, and yeah, just get out there as quickly as I can. So let's go do that. Okay, so I've just got out the van and you can see the colours in the sky just starting. This is where I expected to see the deer in this field. That's where they cross to, across the road to get into, but I can't see them anywhere, which means that they probably waited for me to go past, and they're actually in the fields on the opposite side of the bushes. So yeah, that's kind of frustrating, but you can't control these things. So I now just need to keep heading along this path, and yeah, we're definitely going full tactical now. So I'm a few minutes into the sort of journey, and the sun, the tip of it is just rising above the horizon. Unfortunately, other than some hares at distance, I haven't seen anything as of yet. I can only hope it gets better the further along this trail I go. So I've just managed to get into an area of sort of trees and bushes, which has given me cover from the hares that are in the field just in front of me. Unfortunately, the beautiful sunrise has been ruined by clouds, So as the sun was rising, there was a small area that was cloud free, that was sort of shining nice golden light out onto the field briefly. But now the sun's risen up into the clouds, so I think, you know, the best light, the golden light, that opportunity's gone. And the hares are probably about 200 metres out into the field, which is a bit too far away to get some really decent shots. I think I've got some nice kind of environmental shots, but I can't be sure. What I'm going to do is carry on along the path and hopefully use these bushes as a means of cover. I don't know if you saw that, just as I was doing that bit to the camera, I was just filming a bit of B-roll. A hare, literally not even 10 metres away, just ran in front of me. This is why I hate vlogging sometimes, because I lose so many opportunities. Hey, all we can do is just carry on. So I've just managed to photograph a roe deer, a male roe deer. But in order to carry on along the path, he's disappeared out of view now because he was curious and was staring at me. I think he's disappeared behind the bushes, but he's stopped and is curious. So, yeah. So the roe deer circled around me, and he was sort of making his sort of alarm calls. I'm guessing he's got females, potentially young, in the area. But then I think he kind of realised that I wasn't a threat, I wasn't heading in his direction. So he sort of tried staring me out for a while, and then eventually kind of went back to feed him. So yeah, I'm going to carry on for a while longer. Like I said, the light has just, it's not really been the sunrise I was hoping for, but just being armed with the knowledge that I've got now, that there's plenty of hares and obviously roe deer in the area, what I can do is come back at a better time, perhaps on a better morning, be in comfortable clothes, because I'm actually in work clothes. It's been ridiculously muddy. I can sort of cover up my hands and my face and just be a bit more, you know, a bit more tactical and a bit more comfortable. You know, I can post up next to the field with the cover of the bushes in camouflage gear. The only thing that's left is really just relying on the weather. So yeah, I'm going to carry on for a bit more. So I'm now heading back along the trail towards the van. Sort of as I was actually in the reserve itself, like a Land Rover, probably a farmer, his vehicle come through and let off basically animal scarers, sort of loud bangs, which had the effect of driving all the hares and the deer out of the field. But what was fortunate for me is, as I was coming up this trail, the roe deer were just in the bare field just to my right now, and I was able to get, I think I've got like maybe 2 or 3 really nice shots of theirs. I think I've got a shot with the 2 of them together, all male, and yeah, a couple of other shots which, although it wasn't the, you know, the typical morning sunrise kind of golden light shots that I was after, there's some nice separation, and it's just a nice moment with you know, with a small family. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the end of basically, in effect, what's been kind of like a 4-day or 4 morning, which actually turned into be 3 recce, and I've gained quite a lot of knowledge. I mean, I've seen a lot of species. I've smelt foxwee, so I know there's possibly foxes in the area, rabbits, there's quite a nice little selection of small birds, there's the hares, there's roe deer, Saw some ducks as well, even lapwings. So yeah, this is definitely it's definitely an area that I'll be spending a lot more time. Now, because of it being a pretty rubbish winter in terms of photography, I think I'm a bit guilty of heading out and hoping for a bit much too soon in the year. But at the same time, if you've got, that I've got that free time in the morning, and like I say, I'm not anyone special. At the end of the day, if I can do a 12-hour shift and then go out in the morning and try and make time for wildlife, like I said, I haven't got a high opinion of myself. I'm as lazy as they come. But if hopefully that can inspire you to get out more and get some more shots, or you're not going to get any shots sitting at home on the sofa. So yeah, anyway, enough talking from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please press the like button. Please keep leaving your wonderful comments. And yeah, I'm definitely off to bed, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.